How long before your wedding should you book a venue? Well, today I am sharing with you some tips on how to go about doing that and the only answer that you need to hear. Yes, so if you're new here, my name is Roline and I am a luxury wedding planner here based in the UK. I am the CEO and wedding planner at 4 All Luxury Events. So we're gonna get right into these points today. So how long before your wedding should you book a venue? You're newly engaged, you're excited, and you have been eyeing one of the favorite venues forever, and you're loving the weddings that are held there, and you're wondering, should I make contact now? Is it too soon or is it too late? You don't know. So I'm here to tell you, the sooner you do it, the better. So book the venue as soon as possible. If you have a date or you have a few dates in mind, make an inquiry and see what dates they have available. And if they have it available, you have the deposit, secure that venue. Because nowadays, venues are being booked 2 years in advance, now even 3. So you don't wanna be disappointed by not booking the venue that you really love early, and then you miss out on having that beautiful venue for your wedding. So I highly recommend you do that. So I'm going to share some quick tips when it comes to your wedding venue. Okay, so I have some tips here for you guys. So I'm going to be looking at my little notes that I wrote down so I don't forget them. So bear with me here. So when it comes to venue, my top tips for you is to think about the location. How far is the venue for your guests in terms of them getting there? Is it far away from the city? Are you arranging transportation? Are you having your ceremony and reception in 2 different locations? And what's the distance between these 2 venues? So you need to think about the location. That's very important. And also, in terms of vendors, depending on the distance, they charge you for travel expenses. So consider those little small fees when it comes to booking your suppliers. More on these in future videos coming up. So the next thing you want to also bear in mind when it comes to your venue is your budget. You need to think about the finance. I know a lot of time we are really hiding out from the money talk, but that's important when it comes to planning your wedding, because everyone is going to ask you, what's your budget? What do you have in mind? What are you thinking? All of those questions. So you need to make sure you have a budget in mind. And the final point when it comes to your wedding venue, my tip is to consider your wedding date and the season. So that all kind of ties into one. So the season, when you plan on having your wedding, is it a high season or is it a low season? High season, prices are gonna be skyrocketing high. So you need to make sure you have the money for it, you have the funds. And if the funds is not an issue for you, by all means, go ahead, sign the contract and secure your venue. However, if you're one of those brides that, the budget is really low, you really want to think about the season that you're getting married in. Because high season prices, no matter how much you negotiate, darling, it is quite expensive. What is going on here? I am not going to edit this out just so you guys can see what it's like recording these videos. But yeah, it's quite expensive in the high season, and also the weekend versus the weekday price. So weekend prices are very expensive, especially the Saturday rates are on the higher range. So you really want to ensure that you consider the season and the dates you're thinking for your wedding. I recommend at least having 3 dates. One date is, that's your top date, and you would really want to have it on this day because it means something to the both of you. It signifies something in your lives. The other 2 options, if the first date is unavailable due to the venue that you want, the vendors that you want to book, then these 2 dates will work. It doesn't fall too far down from what you're thinking. So have alternative dates on the side just in case it's not available, the venue is not available, and you're able to give them options. Say, if this doesn't work, then maybe we can do this. Or maybe if that particular date doesn't work, how about during that week? Maybe trying doing a breakfast wedding, or mid-afternoon, because the evening weddings are quite expensive. So just want to help you guys out here to plan your wedding at the most reasonable price as possible, if that's the route you're going for. So that's it for me on how long before your wedding should you book a wedding venue. So if you find these tips very useful, don't forget to give me a like and comment below anything else that you're struggling with your wedding planning. Let me know how excited you are to start planning your wedding. And if any questions, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I will leave the link to my Instagram page for you to have a look at, and also you can see what it looks like right here. So that's my page. Go ahead, give me a follow, connect with me, say hi. I always respond to my DMs. So yeah, until then, I will come back on another day with another video, giving you all the wonderful tips of wedding planning. Bye now.